At 71, Margaret had grown weary of the same nightly routine. She would slip into bed by 10, pull the quilt over her shoulders, and hope for uninterrupted rest. But like clockwork, at 1 or 2 in the morning, she'd wake to an urgent need to use the bathroom. Some nights it happened twice, even 3 times, and each trip left her groggy and frustrated. By dawn, her body felt heavy, her mood sour, and her energy drained. It's just part of aging, friends told her. Yet Margaret wondered if there might be another way. Her answer came in the most unexpected place, the produce aisle. A doctor at her community health seminar explained that bananas eaten the right way could help prevent nighttime urination. Margaret nearly laughed. Bananas? She had eaten them all her life without noticing any miracle. But the doctor went on to explain that timing, preparation, and consistency made all the difference. Intrigued, she decided to try. The science behind it made sense. Nighttime urination, known as nocturia, often occurs when the body struggles to balance fluids and electrolytes. For seniors, kidneys may produce more urine at night, and the bladder muscles weaken, sending urgent signals even when not full. Bananas, rich in potassium and magnesium, support both kidney and bladder function. Potassium helps regulate how the body stores and moves fluids, preventing excess production of urine overnight. Magnesium calms bladder muscles, reducing spasms that trigger unnecessary trips. But the real trick lay in how and when to eat them. The first step Margaret learned was timing. Most people eat bananas in the morning, but for seniors battling nocturia, evening is better. A small banana about an hour before bed allows the minerals to work overnight, calming the bladder and balancing fluid levels while the body rests. Eating it too late, just before lying down, can backfire, as digestion competes with sleep. But 1 hour before bedtime proved ideal. The second step was pairing. Rather than eating the banana alone, Margaret combined it with a spoonful of Greek yogurt. The protein in yogurt slowed digestion, allowing potassium and magnesium to absorb gradually through the night. Some seniors preferred pairing bananas with a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few walnuts, both of which also relax the body and stabilize blood sugar. Margaret found her yogurt banana ritual soothing, almost like a bedtime treat. The third step was consistency. Bananas work best when eaten regularly, not sporadically. Margaret made it her nightly habit, just as brushing her teeth was. Within 2 weeks, she noticed she was waking only once instead of 3 times. By the third week, she experienced her first full night of uninterrupted sleep in years. She woke at sunrise, startled to see the light streaming through her curtains, realizing she had not once stumbled to the bathroom in the dark. Her story echoed others in her community. Harold, 75, had been skeptical when his daughter suggested the banana routine. But after years of disrupted sleep, he was desperate. He began slicing half a banana into warm oatmeal at night. Within days, he too reported fewer bathroom trips. "It's like my bladder finally learned to sleep," he joked. The potassium kept his kidneys from overproducing urine, and the magnesium relaxed his restless muscles. The benefits stretched beyond the bladder. With deeper sleep, Margaret's mood improved, her memory sharpened, and her daytime fatigue lessened. Her friends noticed she laughed more, joined them for walks again, and even resumed her old hobby of painting. Sleep, she realized, had been the missing key, and bananas had quietly unlocked it. Doctors confirmed what Margaret and Harold experienced. Research showed that potassium regulates sodium, preventing the body from retaining too much water. This balance reduces nighttime urine volume. Magnesium, meanwhile, eases overactive bladder muscles. Together, these minerals address two of the most common culprits of nocturia. Bananas, inexpensive and widely available, became an overlooked medicine, hiding in plain sight. Still, the doctors cautioned about moderation. Eating several bananas a day could lead to excess potassium, which may burden the heart in those with kidney disease. One small to medium banana in the evening, paired with protein or fiber, was sufficient. Seniors were advised to consult their doctors if they had kidney problems or were on potassium-sparing medications. For most, however, the banana routine was safe and effective. Margaret found joy in experimenting. Some nights she froze banana slices and blended them into a creamy dessert with a splash of milk, enjoying it like ice cream. Other nights she mashed a banana onto whole grain toast with almond butter. Each variation gave her body the same minerals while keeping the routine fresh and enjoyable. What mattered was not the form, but the habit. Her success sparked curiosity among her circle of friends. At a senior luncheon, she shared her story, and soon half the group had adopted the banana before bed practice. Stories of better sleep, calmer nights, and improved mornings spread quickly. One friend confessed she hadn't slept through the night in over a decade until trying it. Another said her husband, once grumpy from sleepless nights, was cheerful again. Bananas also delivered hidden benefits. The vitamin B6 in bananas supported melatonin production, the hormone that signals the body to sleep. This explained why many felt drowsier after their nightly banana. The fruit's natural carbohydrates helped transport tryptophan to the brain, where it converted into serotonin, further enhancing calm and relaxation. In this way, bananas didn't just quiet the bladder, they nurtured the whole sleep cycle. Margaret often reflected on the irony. She had tried expensive supplements, herbal teas, even special mattresses, all promising deep sleep. Yet the solution had sat in her grocery basket all along, overlooked because of its simplicity. Now, each night as she peeled her banana, she felt gratitude for the small miracle hidden in yellow skin. Months later, Margaret's doctor noticed improvements in her overall health. Her blood pressure stabilized, her energy returned, and she reported fewer dizzy spells. Deep sleep restored her body in ways no pill had managed. When asked what had changed, Margaret smiled and answered simply, "I started eating bananas the right way." The wisdom spread beyond her town. Articles circulated about the banana method, backed by both tradition and science. Some called it a miracle cure, though Margaret preferred to think of it as nature's quiet gift. She encouraged others to see food not just as fuel, but as medicine, gentle, effective, and available to all. One evening, as she sat on her porch watching the sunset, Margaret reflected on the journey. Aging had brought challenges, yes, but it had also taught her that small choices often held the greatest power. A simple banana, eaten with intention, had given her back her nights, her mornings, and her joy. And with that, she felt ready to face the years ahead, steady, rested, and whole. Word count, 111 and 12.